Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know what? Let's do another rankings video. Okay, so in my last rankings video, I received a lot of comments and a lot of commentary. I just want to put out there for everybody before I do the rankings for this one that I am not an expert. I'm not probably not even a James Bond expert. I'm a fan. I'm just a fan, just like you. So when I rank things, I'm not professing to be any kind of an expert in this by any means at all. I'm just a fan who likes what I like, and I'm just sharing what I like. And I like hearing what other people like too, especially in the comments. I loved hearing you. Hey, I agree with this pick, or wow, that was shocking. I can't believe that you would put this so low. That's fine. Just so you know, I'm just a fan. I'm not saying I'm an expert, and this is how you should feel about it. All right, so I wanted to rank some of the theme songs, but not actual theme songs, but some of the songs that were used at the end credits of the James Bond movies. Now, here's why I wanted to do this, because in the comments that I got on my James Bond theme rankings, a lot of shout outs were put out there for some of these end credit songs. And I agree. I agree with a lot of those shout outs because some of these end credit songs were really good. I say some, actually, all of them. All of them were pretty good. So I wanted to give a rankings. Now, there's only 6 of them, to be honest, because at the end of most James Bond movies, it either breaks into the main movie theme or it breaks into the James Bond theme. But back when The Living Daylights came out, so here I am. I'm sitting in the theater. When I got to go see The Living Daylights in the theater, my brother had paid for the entire family to go see this movie. And he had to do that because he and I were big James Bond fans. He knew I wanted to see this movie, but I was grounded. And rightly so. I kind of got into some trouble. I was doing community service at the time, and I was rightfully grounded. So my dad, of course, wasn't just going to let me and my brother go see the movie. And so what happened was he said, well, it's not as if I'm going to exclude him from going out with the family. If the family's going out for dinner, I get to go out for dinner. Family's doing anything as a family, I'm not being excluded from the family. I'm just grounded from going out and having my own fun. So my brother, he went and saw The Living Daylights, comes back, and he's just like, oh my goodness, you have got to see this movie. It's like amazing. I wanted to see it so bad. So my brother asked, well, can he come and see it? And my dad's like, no, he's grounded. But I said, I'm not going to keep him home if the whole family goes. And my brother said, well, you know what? Can I just pay for the whole family? My dad's like, okay. So my brother did. He paid for the whole family. I get to go see The Living Daylights. Wouldn't you know, you get to the end of The Living Daylights, and this is what I think most of us were probably expecting when the credits kick in at the end of the movie, like this.
You didn't think I'd miss this performance, did you?
Oh, James.
So that's what kind of what I was expecting to have happen. But here's what happened.
You didn't think I'd miss this performance, did you?
given a new thing. Well, I guess it wasn't completely new because it did happen once before from Russia with Love. They changed up the theme song. It was the same theme song, but it was a lyrical version. But pretty much for the most part, this was the first time we get a different end credit song. I had that song stuck in my head for quite a while. And when that soundtrack came out, I listened to that end song probably more than I did the theme song. So here's my rankings for all of the end songs. There's only 6. So let's go backwards and up. So my least favorite, how can I say my least favorite? Because I actually really like them all. So we're just gonna go by number. So number 6. This is from GoldenEye, The Experience of Love, Eric Serra. It's kind of it's a nice song. Once in a while, I actually kind of have a craving, so to speak, of just to hear it. So I liked the song, but it's at number 6 for me. All right, number 5.
Oh, my tongue-tied young pride would not let my love for...
From Russia with Love, Matt Monro, the lyrical version. I mean, it's a beautiful song. He sings it great. And I really like the effect of how it was like a song playing on the radio in the background as well towards the end. So that was a nice effect with the song. It's a beautiful song. But I must be honest, I actually still do prefer the orchestrated version from John Barry. I actually like that more, just hearing John Barry's version. All right. At number 4.
Used to be that I believed in something. Used to be that I believed in love.
It's from License to Kill, If You Asked Me To, from Patti LaBelle. Now, back in the 80s, Patti LaBelle was actually pretty big. She was kind of showing up all over the place. So having her do the end credit song was pretty cool. And it's a beautiful song. It really is. I was so glad when this song came out. And it was one that kept you in your seats. You wanted to hear the whole song through the end of the credits. So I went and saw this movie a ton of times when I was just out of high school. And I was supposed to be looking for a job, but I was sneaking off to the Dollar Theater and watching this movie over and over and over again. And I would sit through the credits every time listening to this song. Loved it. Number 3. Tomorrow Never Dies is the movie Surrender by Katie Lang. So this is a great song, and in many people's opinion, Surrender would have made even a better Bond theme than the actual Bond theme for Tomorrow Never Dies. I happen to be one of those, and I actually really like the tune, the music of Surrender when it's playing throughout the Tomorrow Never Dies, when it's playing in the background music, the orchestrated versions of it. I actually prefer the Surrender background music than I did to Tomorrow Never Dies music. So it's a beautiful song, and it was well used in the movie. Okay, now this may surprise you because this is a big, huge change for me as far as my favorite end song. different from the theme song. And that is at number 2.
If there was a man I could dream of, I'd dream about a dream come true.
Yep, this is from the Living Daylights. If There Was a Man, The Pretenders. And I thought I saw somewhere too that it was written, John Barry also helped write this. I'm not sure. I just kind of saw it in the credits somewhere. But again, beautiful song. I would stay through the credits to listen to this song. I listened to this song a ton when I bought the soundtrack. So now here's the big shock. This would have been my number 1 all day long. All day long. If There Was a Man by the Pretenders would have been my number 1 end credit song of the Bond movies, and has been almost my entire life until
the time in the world.
yes, can you imagine, can you believe this? It's from No Time to Die, my least favorite Bond movie, my least favorite Bond theme song. Yet it now has my most favorite end credit song. Now, I hate how it was used as a memorial to in memory of James Bond. But, I mean, we have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong. One of the most beautiful songs ever. I mean, it's to me, when I hear We Have All the Time in the World, it's right up there with, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I mean, it's right up there with it. It's that beautiful of a song. And it's from one of a great soundtrack. So, yeah, I couldn't believe it. That was one thing that No Time to Die did give me that I enjoyed, and that was the throwback music to On Her Majesty's Secret Service music. That was probably one of the only pleasing things to me from that movie. So it's my number 1 end credit song because, I mean, who doesn't love We Have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong? So that's that. That's my rankings. It's a short one, but you'll have to tell me in the comments, how would you rank? What would be your number 1 end credit song? Did I miss something? I mean, I'm not going to put that past me. I mean, I definitely could have missed an end credit song I'm not thinking about, but I thought, other than these 6, kind of just looking through the movies, and kind of going through and going back and looking at the end credits, these were the only ones that I remember being able to find where it didn't have a version or go into the actual movie theme or just go right into the Bond theme. And now, to be honest, outside of all of these end credit songs that were different, when it goes to the end credits, I actually do prefer when it goes right into the Bond theme instead of if they go to the main theme of the movie. I actually prefer just running the end credits with the Bond theme, except for these special treats that we were given, these 6 really nice surprises of a separate end credit song. So really nice to have. I wonder if the next Bond movie will either go right into the Bond music or it will have a separate end credit song. That we'll find out in about 10 years or so. All right. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. All right, bye.